and gentlemen, Wekiva High School welcomes you to Mustang Arena for the Old School Jam Classic. Please welcome our guests for this JV contest from Timber Creek High School. They are the Wolves, and they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs. For the Wolves, we have Bautista Moran, Duca, Shook, and Santos. For the Mustangs, Cameron, Beecham, Hercule, Mason, and Boyd. And a warm welcome to those of you joining us on the live stream. My name is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs. I'll be taking you through this afternoon's special weekend action. This is a change to the schedule. Originally, this game was supposed to be against Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge's JV team was not able to join us, but the Wolves graciously agreed to step in. And so here we are, Mustangs versus Wolves, to get things started here in the JV contest of the Old School Jam Classic. Shot by Bautista there, won't fall. Put back, not going to go either. And to the corner it goes. Moran pulls down the board. Duca to the paint, has Moran. Moran doesn't have anything there. She'll go out to Santos. Not there for her either, and the rebound goes to Cameron, and we're going to get a timeout immediately. Mustangs will request their first timeout of the JV contest. 30-second timeout called by Wekiva. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you. No score as of yet, just about a minute into this JV contest. Martrice Boyd is fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot two for the Mustangs. Foul is called against Wolves, number 30, Ivana Santos. That's her first personal foul and the team's first this half. Touched by Mason, but it's in control of the Wolves. Turnover gives the ball to Mustangs, but they're going to get immediately called for a backcourt violation. Wolves ball. Another turnover for the Wolves as Santos throws the ball out of bounds. Mustangs ball. Ball into Beecham. Beecham gets the ball stripped from her by Moran, who dumps it off to Santos. And we're going to get a foul. Foul is called against Mustangs, number 15, Jana Beecham. That's her first personal foul, the team's first. Checking into the game for the Wolves, number 23, Nevia Washington. To the corner, and it's a two-point long jump shot for Maddie Bautista. First jumper we've seen go in today. First field goal of any kind Mustangs still trying to get there first, and here comes a good look, and it is in. Layup by Gianna Beecham. So the Mustangs take the lead about 2 minutes and change into the first quarter. Jumper for Shook, not going to go, but we have a second chance basket by Sarah Duca. Coach Russ encouraging her team to look up. They finally do. Gets it to Beecham, and it's there. Gianna Beecham on the pass from Hercule. 4 points in the books for Beecham. She has all of the field goal action for the Mustangs so far today. To the paint, and it is going to be out of bounds. Mustangs ball. Got some personnel changes coming in. Mustangs now have Carter, Coleman, Davis, Cameron, and Boyd in the game. And it looks like Boyd is called for stepping out of bounds. Wolves ball. Mustangs will retreat to the half-court set. Nothing at the top of the arc. Go to the key. Nothing there either. Shook thought about a jumper, but then thought better of it. Pass into the paint to Giles. Not there either. Mustangs putting up a good wall. And I believe that Coleman might have gotten a piece of that one. Rebound goes to Davis. We'll go the other way. Little tangle up, and Carter loses the ball to Duca. Wolves pick up the steal. Trailing by one about halfway through the first quarter. And a nice tap there by Davis will give the ball to Coleman. Coleman going to see if she can make something happen in transition, and she does. Tiara Coleman coast to coast for two. Largest lead of the game, which isn't much. It's still a one-possession ball game. 7-4 is the score, with just over 4 minutes gone from this JV contest. No shot traveling, called against the Wolves. Mustangs ball. Beecham and Hercule into the game for the Mustangs. Stolen. Now the Mustangs are going to have a chance to score in transition. They do not, but Hercule is fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot two for the Mustangs. Foul is called against Wolves. Number 3, Maddie Bautista. Her first personal foul, the team's second. For 2 at the line. Push is called against Wolves number 23, Nevia Washington. Her first personal foul, the team's third. Mustangs will get the ball at the opposing baseline. Not a great inbound, but nobody there to take advantage of it. And a turnover. Washington not able to score in transition. Will go out of bounds off the Mustangs for an offensive team rebound. Held ball, possession Mustangs. Yeah. Air ball, put back, not going to go for Beecham either, and then the rebound goes to the Wolves. To the paint, not there. Picked off, and nobody in front of her for Zaria Hercule, and she's got it. Zaria Hercule coast to coast, stealing 2 for the Mustangs. Santos picks up 2 for the Wolves. Foul called against Nivea Washington. Her second personal foul, the team's 4th. So some personnel changes in for the Wolves. Now looking at Moran, Duca, Roman, Shook, and Santos in the game. Tierra Coleman for 3. Mustangs now have doubled the Wolves' score after a slow start. And an unusual reverse layup from Romano, the pass from Duca. So bonus points for style there. Of course, those don't go on the scoreboard, but I guess it counts for something. Beecham has it. Shanna Beecham for 3. And we'll pause for a timeout. Wolves request a 30-second timeout. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Just hitting now the 1-minute mark of the first period. 15-8, the Mustangs lead, thanks to that tray that was dropped just a moment ago. And a poor pass there by Duca, that able to avoid having to go out of bounds. Mustangs try to pick it off, can't quite get possession in control, but now they do as Beecham comes up with a steal, trying to get something done in transition and trips. And it's going to be a no call. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 24, Matrice Boyd. Mustangs will stay in control, though. While it's not called as a foul, it is off of the Wolves, so the Mustangs will continue to get possessions here as they pick up an offensive rebound. That one's not going to fall either. It goes off of Davis. And so the Wolves will take over at their own baseline with 25 seconds to go in the first period. And a bad dribble by Santos. Sky Carter is there and waiting. Tries to get the layup. It's blocked by Duca. And it's going to go out of bounds off the Mustangs. Team rebounds to the Wolves. 8.5 seconds to get something done on the full court. To the three-point arc. Handoff. The three is an air ball for Shook, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. It is a 7-point ball game at the end of 8 minutes. 15-8 is the score. The Mustangs leading the Wolves at the end of Q1 here in the JV contest. Our first in the doubleheader of the Old School Jam Classic here at Wekiva High School. We'll be right back. Both of this afternoon's games are being live streamed on YouTube as well as the NFHS network. If you have friends and family who are not able to join us in person, send them to search for Wekiva Sports on YouTube or the NFHS network. And welcome back to Mustang Arena. Second quarter underway now. Wolves get the opening possession, and we're going to get a team control foul. Moving screen is called against number 13, Ariana Romano. That's her first personal foul, the team's fifth. That turns the ball over to the Mustangs. Carter to Boyd. Boyd goes for the jumper, and it's a little off target. Rebound to Santos, but quickly gets picked off by Tiara Coleman. Coleman, though, is called for traveling. Wolves ball. Checking into the game for the Wolves, Kaylin Giles. Angie Moran looking for an option, decides to go behind her. Shook has it, man in the paint, and there it is. Shook on the pass to Giles for two. That cuts the Mustang lead to 5. No points scored for Wekiva yet in the second quarter, just 60 seconds in. Beecham takes the jumper, and it's not there. Rebound to Romano, and we'll go the other way. And it's picked off in the backcourt by Davis. Looking for a transition play for three. It's there. Davis on the pass to Sky Carter for three. You got the Mustangs' blood pumping here in the second. 90 seconds into the period. Carter harassing Moran at the top of the arc. Wolves will let go of three, and it's an air ball. Too much mustard on that one. Beecham gets the rebound, but can't get her dribble under control before Moran takes it away from her. Back to the corner, another nice baseline pass into the paint, and it's going to result in a foul. Emily Shook is fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot two for the Wolves. Foul is called against Mustangs. Number 15, Gianna Beecham, her second personal foul, and the team's second. Lane violation called against the Wolves. No basket. Mustangs ball. So a missed opportunity there for the Wolves. And a 2-point jump shot scored by Zaria Hercule. Bautista, who just came into the game during the foul shots, looking for an option here, goes right back to Romano, who takes the jumper from the side of the key. It's not there. Mason on the rebound. Hell ball, possession Mustangs. Coleman heads off to Davis, back to Coleman, looking for a way to get around that screen. To the paint, she'll try to take it herself, and T.R. Coleman draws the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Mustangs. Foul is called against the Wolves. Number 21, Kaylin Giles, that's her first personal foul, the team's 6th. And so that means that, of course, this is already a shooting foul, but for the next 5 minutes, the Mustangs will enjoy the benefit of bonus. 1-on-1 free throws on the 7th, 8th, and 9th fouls of each half in high school. Hell ball, possession, Wolves. Emily Shook looking for an opportunity in the front court, and getting in the way of it is Hercule. And she does manage to pull it in with a little help from Davis. Full court pressure coming on by the Wolves. Coleman dribbles through it, gets all the way to the paint, and it's almost there, but can't get the putback to go either. Third shot's not there, and a 4th chance basket for Tiara Coleman. Well, sometimes the 4th time is the charm. Offensive boards coming into play there for the Mustangs. It helps them extend their lead. They now lead the Wolves by a more than 2-1 margin. 22-10 the score, almost halfway through the second quarter. And a little tie up there, almost a held ball situation, but Duca manages to come up with it cleanly. Carter trying to get a 5 count, runs into a screen by Romano. Romano to the paint. Not there, but she draws the foul. Ariana Romano fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is called against Zaria Hercule, her first personal foul, the team's 3rd. Romano with 2 points in the book so far for the Wolves. First free throw is in with a little help from the rim. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, Kimora Cameron and Gianna Beecham. Two for 2 at the line for Romano. She doubles her score to 4, and it cuts the Mustang lead to 10. 22-12 the score with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs and sports information director here at Wekiva High School, joining you for both games of the Old School Jam Classic. Then coming up later today at 3 o'clock, we'll have a makeup game, the boys versus West Orange. We have a steal for the Wolves, but they are not able to convert. Rebound goes to Giles. Duca can't get the short jumper to go. Washington with a putback for the Wolves. Trey is wide right for Coleman. Trying to score in transition. Here comes Schick, and she's got it. Emily Schick on the transition play for the Wolves. Three seconds in the key. Wolves ball. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, Sky Carter. Pace of the game slowing down just a bit here as the Mustangs will not put on full court pressure. They set up for the half court. Jumper is in on a soft touch from Giles. Timber Creek has put in several of those in the first half, that kind of soft touch lob in that 10-foot-ish range. Not there, but Romano gets the rebound. Coach Russ wanted a foul there, but it's a no call. Pass to the baseline, one bounce for Giles, and she's got it. Halen Giles on the pass from Shook. And just like that, Wolves are right back in this one. They're on a run. It was 22-10. And the Wolves are now on a 10-0 streak. They've closed the gap to 2. Three-pointer is short. It's an air ball for Cameron. Rebound goes to Romano. Wolves looking for transition action. Had a good opportunity there, but Giles a little short that time. Held ball, possession Mustangs. So the Mustangs with an opportunity to break the scoring streak here if they can get something to fall. To the corner. Beecham looking for an option, getting harassed by Romano. And we're going to get an inadvertent whistle. I think the official wanted to maybe consider a foul against Romano, but on further review decided it was all ball on the contact. Boyd comes into the game for the Mustangs. Santos back in for the Wolves. Held ball, possession Wolves. And so that'll be effectively a steal for Sarah Duca since the possession arrow favored the Wolves, and now they have a chance to tie or go ahead in the closing 68 seconds of the first half. Held ball, possession Mustangs. So one good turnover deserves another, and on back-to-back tie-ups, the arrow now favors Wekiva. They have an opportunity to break the drought. Air ball for Davis, and it's easily rebounded by Romano. A little too hot on the transition pass. And they're going to say that Coleman swatted that one out of bounds, so it's going to stay with the Wolves. 34.8 seconds. Wolves trying to see if they can get it tied up before going into the intermission. A rough pass, and it's picked off by Carter, who then immediately draws a foul. Foul is called against number 23, Nivea Washington, her third personal foul, the team's 7th. That puts the Mustangs into bonus. At the line, shooting 1-1, number 3, Sky Carter. Mustangs looking to snap a 10-0 run. And they do not. They're going to say that went out of bounds off of Alasia Davis, so it's going to be Wolves ball. Wolves escape any damage on the bonus foul. They'll have one more chance to try to tie this up. Pass into the paint. One bounce. Air ball on the jump shot. Mustangs now fighting the clock. Carter looking for a transition opportunity. Can't get there before the half-court set is in place. Three not there for Coleman. Rebounds to the Wolves. Intercepted by Cameron, and the Mustangs just not aware of the clock. Can't get anything off, and that takes us to halftime. The Wolves will end the half on a 10-0 run to bring it back to a 2-point game. 22-20 is your score at intermission here at halftime of the JV contest at our first Old School Jam Classic here at Wekiva High School. We're going to take about a 10-minute break, and we'll be back here at Wekiva High School with the second half of the JV contest. Mustangs 22, Timber Creek 20 at the break. The Wolves have the opening possession of the second half. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs and Sports Information Director here at Wekiva High School, joining you this afternoon for the second half of our JV contest, which was supposed to be Wekiva versus Oak Ridge, but Oak Ridge was not able to join us for the JV game, so Timber Creek graciously offered to step in and take that place. So we have JV versus Timber Creek, and then coming up shortly we'll have varsity versus Oak Ridge. Got a stole by number 11, Elijah Davis, not able to convert on the layup, though, and then blocked at the other end by Beecham. Santos trying to rein it in, gets blocked again by Beecham. 2 in a row for her. And the Mustangs are called for traveling. Wolves ball. Wolves still looking for an opportunity. Shook to the top of the arc. Thought about taking a three, but then thought better of it. Didn't have anybody to help at the baseline. She'll drop in, and a lob from the baseline. Not there for Moran. Rebound goes to Beecham. Top of the arc. Three is just short for Beecham. Rebound goes to Bautista. Mustang foul is called against number 15, Jana Beecham. That's her third personal foul, the first of the half. That was on the floor, so it'll be Wolves ball at the opposing baseline. And Beecham nearly misses the coverage, but fortunately for the Mustangs, Duca didn't quite get the inbound cleanly, and so no harm, no foul there. Both of these JV programs playing with a level of finesse and play design that is uncharacteristic of JV programs, as Emily Shook ties the game for the Wolves. Of course, uncharacteristic of most JV programs, that if you followed Coach Russ for any length of time, you know that she has her JV playing at closer to a varsity level, and her JV teams can usually take on some of the moderate varsity programs in Central Florida. Duca had a lane there, but got stripped by Coleman. Wolves are able to bring it back under control, but then Beecham picks off Moran, trying to go coast to coast, and she does. Jana Beecham, coast to coast for the Mustangs. And we're going to have a conference here, I think, to determine whether there was a foul as part of the shooting action or after the action. Technical foul is called against Jana Beecham, her fourth personal foul, the team's second of this half. At the line, shooting the technical free throws, number 30, Ivana Santos. For 2 on the technical free throws. Checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 24, Matrice Boyd. Wide open. Bautista to Duca for 2, and that ties the game again. Trey, no help from the rim there for Coleman. Can't get the putback either. Second putback attempt draws a foul, and Zeta Mason will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Mustangs after drawing the foul on the attempt. Called against the Wolves, number 30, Ivana Santos. That's her second personal foul, the team's first of the half. Checking into the game for the Wolves, number 13, Ariana Romano. Pass is picked off in the paint by Davis. Mustang basket by T.R. Coleman, and Wekiva back in the lead. Push is called against Matrice Boyd, her first personal foul, the team's third this half. Checking into the game for the Wolves, Giles and Washington. Washington has it. Nevia Washington ties the game on the layup. 4 points for her today. Putback made by Matrice Boyd. Three is not there. Rebound goes to the Mustangs. Foul is called against Nevia Washington, her fourth personal foul, the team's second. Bautista into the game for the Wolves. Three not there for Carter. Hercule and one. Foul is called against number 21, Kaylin Giles. That's her second personal foul. The team's strike that foul against Hercule, her second, the team's fourth. And the three-point play is good for Sarah Duca. And so the Wolves take their first lead of the game, 29-28. Trey is not there for Tiara Coleman. Opportunity to go up again if she can get there. Mason not able to convert the putback, and the rebound goes to Giles. Second chance basket, too hot for Coleman. And the Mustangs will pick up a team rebound here. Wolves basket by Ariana Romano. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out of bounds off of the Mustangs. Checking into the game for Wekiva, number 12, Kimara Cameron. Wolves basket by Maddie Bautista. Foul is called against number 3, Maddie Bautista, her second personal foul, the team's third. Returning to the game for the Mustangs, number 24, Matrice Boyd. Not there for the Mustangs. Wolves pull down the board. Blocked. Taken away by Boyd. And we'll pause for a timeout. 30-second timeout requested by the Mustangs. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. It'll be the Mustangs ball in the backcourt following the timeout. Coach Russ spending a 30-second there, even though it's getting close to the end of the period anyway. Wants to end on a high note and maybe get this back to being closer to a tie before opening up the fourth quarter. Hercule can't get it, but Zeta Mason is fouled on the putback attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Mustangs. The foul is called against number 21, Kaylin Giles. That's her second personal foul, the team's fourth this half. First is a miss. Second is not there either, so the Mustangs will get no closer. Five seconds to the paint, spinning. No shot traveling. Mustangs ball. 1 second left on the clock for the third period. And that takes us to the end of the third quarter. The Wolves taking the lead in the third period. It's still a close ball game, though. 5-point advantage for Timber Creek going into the final 8 minutes. 33-28 at your score at the end of 3 quarters. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Wekiva gets the opening possession of the fourth quarter. The tray is not going to fall to start things off for Carter. Can't get the putback for Davis either. Another offensive rebound. Does not convert for Wekiva, and it looks like we're going to draw a foul. Foul is called against Kaylin Giles. That's her third personal foul, the team's fifth. Tiara Coleman 2 for 2 at the line. Emily Shook looking for an opportunity, goes to the paint, and well, just before it would have been a 3-second call. Sky Carter knocks it out of bounds. Stays with the Wolves at the opposing baseline. Taken away by Carter, has an opportunity, and the layup is not there, but Coleman swoops in for the rebound, and Tiara Coleman draws the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Mustangs. Foul is called against Wolves. Number 21, Kaylin Giles, that's her 4th personal foul. The team's 6th. Coleman picks up the first. Martineau and Washington back in for TC. So Coleman drains a couple of much-needed free throws to get the Mustangs back to within 1. Shook takes a wild shot under duress from Boyd. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Carter. Half-court set. Mason for 3. Got it! Zeta Mason from Matrice Boyd for 3 and the go-ahead basket. So Wekiva back on top after trailing for the first time. Quick answer, though, as Emily Shook picks up the layup to tie the game for the Wolves. And it's a new ball game with just over 6 minutes remaining. And we've got a tie up here. Held ball. Possession Wolves. Beecham back into the game for Wekiva. Santos and Giles back into the game for Timber Creek. Shot is blocked by Coleman. It's going to go out of bounds. Waiting for a signal. Looks like it's going to stay with Timber Creek. Timeout. Timber Creek. Full timeout requested by the Wolves. And we'll be right back. And a little mix-up there. The second horn hadn't sounded for the timeout yet, so. Ivana Santos on the inbound from Emily Shook. And so the Wolves back on top. We've had a very back-and-forth contest. Also should be noted that Timber Creek has picked up their 6th foul, so Wekiva will have the benefit of bonus for the rest of the ball game, which could be a factor with a game this close. Beecham flings one up. It's not there. Coleman, that was Davis that helped out with that one. Coleman can't get it to go on the first try, but Tiara Coleman gets her own putback to tie the game once again. Inbounding violation, Mustangs ball. So a costly error there for Timber Creek. They'll give the ball back to Wekiva under their own baseline. Nice inbound, and it is going to be a foul. Gianna Beecham draws the foul on the layup attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. The foul called against number 30, Ivana Santos. That's her 3rd personal foul, the team's 7th. Zaria Hercule back into the game for the Mustangs. Picked off by Beecham. In transition, she's got it. Gianna Beecham, coast to coast, stealing 2 for the Mustangs. And that plus the free throw gives Wekiva a 3-point lead, which is the most comfort, for whatever comfort it is, they've had since early in the 3rd quarter. Again, Wekiva ended the 2nd quarter on a 0-10 drought. And then Timber Creek was able to continue that momentum into the 3rd quarter after the break. And now we've got ourselves potentially a photo finish building here. Hercule gets the rebound and waits for a teammate for the half-court set. Goes to Beecham down the baseline. And Gianna Beecham draws the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 for the Mustangs. Foul called against number 30, Ivana Santos, her 4th personal foul, the team's 8th. Lane violation called against the Mustangs. Wolves ball. So an unforced error there will deny the Mustangs to extend their lead further. Shook tries to find anything down the baseline. Not there for Bautista. So they'll take it from where they can. Shook for 3, not there. Rebound goes to Washington. Falling backwards is Romano. It's a no call. Rebound goes to Beecham. Trying to sprint down and punch her way into the paint. She does, but it's too hot on the layup. Coleman going for the putback. Rhythm not quite right on the rebound, but Hercule manages to pull it in on the ground and get it off before being called for traveling, and it's Hercule to Mason for the Mustang basket. So not exactly the prettiest way to get the job done, but the points count the same. 42-37 the score with 3.5 minutes remaining in the ballgame. And a little bit of blown coverage there creates an opportunity. Nevia Washington adds 2 for the Wolves. 3-point lead for the Mustangs, 3 minutes to go. Trey is off the mark for Hercule, and the rebound goes to Sarah Duca. Washington gets picked off on the baseline by Zeta Mason. The Mustangs have an opportunity to put a little bit of distance. Full timeout called by Wekiva. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Last 2.5 minutes of the fourth quarter, and we've got a tight one going on here. It was all Mustangs until about halfway through the second quarter. Then it was all Wolves for a while, and now both teams have finally reached their full fourth gear, or however many gears they have. They've gotten into the upper gears now. The Mustangs call timeout. Full timeout taken by the Mustangs. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Parchi, voice of the Mustangs and sports information director here at Wekiva High School, ready to take you through the last 2 minutes. Looks like we're going to have a nail-biter here. Again, to open the game, it was all Mustangs. Then it was all Wolves for about the last 4 minutes of the second quarter and then most of the third quarter, and now it's been back and forth ever since. Mustangs holding on to a tenuous 3-point lead. Still a one-possession ball game, and a nice move there in the paint. That's Romano to Duca for 2, and that closes it to 1. Trey will not fall for the Mustangs. Swatted out of bounds there by Hercule. We'll get some more personnel changes. Nevia Washington fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 with an opportunity to go ahead. Fouls called against Mustangs. Number 11, Alasia Davis. That's her first personal foul, the team's 5th. Washington hits her first to tie the game. but does not hit the second. Washington now has 7 points. Scramble on the floor. Mustangs trying to avoid the travel, but they turn it over in the process. And Matty Bautista steals 2 for the go-ahead as the clock strikes 1 minute. And we've got some sweat on the floor, so we'll pause for a moment. 44-42. Mustangs might have been well served to go ahead and spend their last time out there rather than throwing that risky pass that turned into a steal, but nevertheless, what's done is done, and so now Wekiva will need to score on this possession. A minute can be a lot of time in basketball, though. So this is not necessarily a crisis yet. You can sometimes see 3 or 4 possessions turn around in a minute. We'll see if what Wekiva can do here. Coleman goes to the paint, and it falls! Tiara Coleman ties the game for the Mustangs. Photo finish, getting ready to stack up here at Mustang Arena in the JV game. Varsity has their work cut out for them to have one as entertaining as this. Both of these teams performing at a high level, and a full timeout is requested by the Wolves. We'll be back in a moment. Leading scorers for the Wolves, Sarah Duca with 9, Washington with 7, and then Bautista Romano and Shook with 6 each. Mustangs have 2 players in double figures, Tiara Coleman with 17, Gianna Beecham with 12. .3 seconds to go. Wolves have possession. Mustangs with a tall order on defense. We'll see how they perform under pressure. Shook looking for an opportunity. 20 seconds to go. Looks like the Wolves are not necessarily trying to make any emergency moves here. They're going to be content to hang their hats on this possession, and they will either score or not. Beecham very nearly fouled there, but the Wolves called timeout first. Full timeout called by Timber Creek. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. All tied up, 11 seconds to go. Timber Creek will have the throw in. And it's a bad throw in, opportunity for a steal, and we've got a held ball, possession Mustangs. So that timeout does not serve Timber Creek well, as they're not able to get a clean inbound, and Wekiva has the possession arrow in their favor. They'll potentially get the last word of the game here. Not materializing quickly. Beecham for the win. And it's over. That takes us to the end of regulation, and 32 minutes was not enough to decide this one. All right, we are going to overtime. Here are the rules for overtime. 4 minutes goes on the clock, and this will be treated as an extension of the second half, so all team fouls and personal fouls from the second half will carry over. That means the Mustangs still have bonus in their favor, and Wekiva still has 2 fouls to give. Each team gets 1 additional full timeout. That means Wekiva now has 2 full timeouts remaining, and the Wolves now have 1 full and 1 30-second timeout remaining. We will clear the possession arrow, and we'll have a new jump ball. All right, we are ready for a new jump ball. Four minutes on the clock. Teams remain on the same sides that they were on during the second half. Number 10, Sarah Duke, puts the first points of the overtime period on the board. Yeah, details. There we go. Is that pointed right now? All right, pausing for a minute there as the Mustangs crash into the score table and knock over some equipment, but nothing too serious. We're back underway. To the paint. Coleman is there. Can't get it to fall. It's a no call. Putback is there, though, and that's Zeta Mason for 2. And we're back to a tie game. Shook can't get the jumper to go. The rebound goes to Davis. Manages to wrestle it away. But then Tierra Coleman is called for traveling. Wolves ball. Nice move by Carter, not able to pull it in, but a second effort by Carter. Almost 2 near steals for the Mustangs. This sends the Wolves back into the backcourt. Now we're going to get a foul. Foul is called against Mustangs, number 22, Zeta Mason, her first personal foul, the team's 6th. That'll be the last penalty-free foul of the game. Both teams will now enjoy bonus for the rest of the contest. Five seconds under guard. Mustangs ball. So Sky Carter picks up the steal there. Coleman in trouble, and we're going to get a foul one way or the other. Foul is called against number 23, Nevia Washington. That's her 5th personal foul. She'll retire from the game with 7 points for the Wolves. Checking in for her is number 21, Kaylin Giles. That puts the Mustangs into bonus. Tierra Coleman at the line, shooting 1 and 1. And we've got some confusion on whether that was supposed to be 1-1 or 2 shots. Okay. And so that was inadvertently signaled as 2-shot bonus when it should have been 1-1. The result of the play is the same as a jump ball. The possession arrow is pointed toward the Mustangs. So the Mustangs will lose the possession arrow for that, but they will get a free rebound. Trey is not going to fall for the Mustangs. Another offensive rebound, though. Trey again. This time it's there. Tierra Coleman for 3. That'll be a shot in the arm for the Mustangs. Wolves layup by Sarah Duca. Jumper not there for Wekiva. Bautista going the other way now. Foul is called against Mustangs number 15, Gianna Beecham. That's her 5th personal foul, and she will retire from the game with 12 points for the Mustangs. Checking in for Wekiva, Zaria Hercule and Matrice Boyd. At the line shooting 1-1, Ariana Romano. Not there, and so there won't be a second free throw. Hercule gets the rebound. Stolen at the other end by Bautista. Ariana Romano fouled on the attempt. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is called against Mustangs number 24, Matrice Boyd. Her 2nd personal foul and the team's 8th. Six points in the books for Ariana Romano. Has a chance to make it 8 now. First is short. Second is good. Offensive charge is called against number 21, Zaria Hercule. Her 3rd, the team's 9th. No bonus shots for offensive fouls, but it turns the ball over to the Wolves. Lob from the key is not there for Giles. Mustangs can't quite get the height, but Hercule gets in there, gets to the paint, lets one go. It bounces off the glass. Rebound to Romano, going the other way. Carter tries to get in there, and we're going to get a foul. Whatever it is, it's 2-shot bonus. Nope, 2-shot. Foul is called against Mustangs number 3, Sky Carter. That's her first personal foul, the team's 10th. At the line, shooting double bonus for the Wolves will be number 13, Ariana Romano. First one finds the mark. Second one is short. Well, that dramatically reduces the likelihood of double overtime one way or the other. We'll see what happens. Offensive rebound goes to the Wolves. Mustangs are going to tip it, and they're going to say that went off of Shook. And so it'll be a defensive rebound for Wekiva. They have an opportunity to take the lead on this possession, but they do need to score as they trail by 1. Pass gets broken up by Bautista. Mustangs manage to keep it in control. Wekiva has 2 timeouts available if they need them. And we're going to get a charge. Offensive charge is called against Tiara Coleman, her first personal foul. No bonus shots for offensive fouls, but it turns it over to the Wolves. Shook finds Romano in the corner. Back to Shook, trying to get there herself and looking for a foul. Can't get it called. Held ball, possession Wolves. And so now the loss of the possession arrow on that previous inadvertent play is potentially consequential. Timeout, Timber Creek. Full timeout called by the Wolves. We'll be back. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. 18.6 seconds remaining in the overtime period. Nice inbound, and it's there. Shook on the inbound to Duca for 2. And that was just blown coverage by the Mustangs. Timeout Mustangs. Full timeout called by Wekiva. All right, one more break coming up here at Mustang Arena. 9 seconds to go. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you for the last 9 seconds. Mustangs need to get a tray to drain here. That's really the only path they have. 4 seconds, 3, 2. Coleman has to take a wild shot, and it's not there. That takes us to the end of the ball game, and it is an overtime win for the Wolves. 52-49 is the final score of the JV contest. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for coming out to support your Wolves and your Mustang athletes. We also thank those of you who tuned in online. If you're waiting for the varsity contest, don't worry, it's coming right up. in about 15 minutes here at Mustang Arena. We'll be back shortly.
Go ahead and play your playlist real quick. The original one. For them to come out too, then we'll go back to that.